Hi everybody, it's me, Jackie Armand. I'm back again with another spooky craft video. I know what you're thinking. You're wondering, Jackie, why are you wearing a Halloween shirt? It's July. And to that I say true, but it is after July 4th. July 4th is over, and we all know what that means. It's practically spooky season. Yeah, 4th of July is over. There's no more major holidays until Halloween, unless you want to count Labor Day, which I don't really count that as a major holiday. But yeah, it's basically Halloween time. Stuff is showing up in the stores. So I'm getting excited. I'm getting the itch. And before all of you Christmas people decide to flood the comments and say things like,
it's still summer and it's too early for Halloween stuff. I don't want to see that in the stores.
I don't want to hear it, because you guys get your Christmas before Halloween is even over. So deal with it. That's how I feel about that. Anyway, so yeah, today's craft is going to kind of reflect my need to do something Halloween-y, specifically Halloween-y. So yeah, this is not just a spooky craft. This is definitely a Halloween craft. This is definitely Halloween, but I can't wait. I can't wait any longer. I gotta do it. But basically what we're gonna make today is something that I have seen on TikTok. I've seen them on Pinterest. I've seen it on Etsy being sold, but I've not seen it in the store, and I haven't seen, it seems to be like the only ones sold are like made by people, so like on Etsy or something, and I haven't seen any tutorials for them. But ever since I've seen them, I have wanted them, and I feel the need to have them. They are Pillsbury Halloween cookie pillows. So if you are a millennial like me, you grew up in the 90s, around then, even if you're older, you probably know what I'm talking about. But Pillsbury comes out every year. I think they have one for every single year now, or every holiday now, pretty much. These sugar cookies that are pre-portioned already, and they have little prints on them for different holidays. And the ones that I'm specifically talking about, obviously, are the ones for Halloween. I will put a picture if you don't know what I'm talking about, but these are like something super nostalgic for me. It's like something that probably got brought to like a Halloween party at your school or something like that. Yeah, it's just the image of these, the taste, like I can taste them in my mind already. It's just a very nostalgic Halloween vibe for me. And so ever since I saw these pillows that kind of imitate those cookies, I knew I needed them in my life. And since the ones that you could buy, which are really nice on Etsy, are kind of expensive, I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to make my own. But like I said, there's no tutorial, so we're gonna have to figure that out. But I don't think it's gonna be too hard. Actually, the idea I have in my mind of how to do it, I don't think it's gonna be that difficult. So before we get into all of that, I would like to say that if this is the kind of content you like, if you like crafting, you like tutorials, you like sometimes costuming and a lot of party planning, and pretty much just anything all around spooky, that you would give this video a thumbs up. And you would also hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to ring the bell so you can be notified anytime I post a new video. It's Halloween all year long here, clearly, not just in October. So if you like that, then stick with us, because there's a lot of spooky fun on this channel. Also, if you'd like to support this channel a little more personal way, I do have a Patreon. Patrons can enjoy lots of extra goodies, including extra content. I have a Patreon exclusive series there on Patreon called TerrorTube. It is a horror host type show hosted by me, where we do lots of extra spooky fun. And that is strictly for my paid Patreon members to watch. However, I have been getting a lot of free members lately, so I've been trying to make some fun things for them as well, so that not everything is behind a paywall. And one of those is also another series that is free. It's available for all members to watch, and it is called Friday Night Creepover. So the latest episode aired about 2 weeks ago on Friday night, and we just kind of sit. It's like a chit-chatty video, just sit down, chit-chat with me, and I take you through this episode specifically, my Halloween makeup kit and all of the things that I have in it. So if you were thinking about wanting to start a Halloween makeup kit and you didn't want anything too ambitious, or you were worried about cost and things, or what like to get as like to start out as like staples, I go through that. I take you through my kit, and then I kind of give some advice from somebody who is an amateur makeup artist, just kind of give you some ideas of how to start your own kit and how to achieve that. And then it's just also kind of just fun chit-chatty. It's like sleepover vibes, and it's spooky and it's fun. So the Friday Night Creepovers will come out every other month. And the opposing months that a Terror Tube comes out, and like I said, they're free, and you can enjoy them, and I'm excited to bring them to you. I think it's kind of be fun. It's going to be allowing me to get more videos on my Patreon like I've been wanting to, but like I'm not having to put as much effort in to these videos as say the Terror Tubes, because Terror Tube takes a lot of work and effort. So if all of that sounds interesting to you, then of course head to patreon.com/JackieArmond and think about being a member. I enjoy all of my members, not just my paid ones. I love my free members as well. But you know, always consider being a paid member. It does help out this channel a whole lot. You get lots of fun extra goodies, especially in October. So anyway, but yeah, all of that being said, I guess we can go ahead and get into the video. Let's go. Hi, say hi. So we're in the craft room, and I'm gonna kind of show you guys the supplies that I've got so far for this project. Lydia, I guess, is gonna help. Or maybe not. She is the birthday girl today. It is her birthday when I'm recording this, so July 9th. Wish her a happy birthday in the comments if you want. But anyway, so I'm gonna show you guys what I got here. So, all right, first we got fabric. So I went to Hobby Lobby a while back, last week. And got some fabric for the pillow. It's kind of a fleecy type fabric. It's not super thick. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what you want to use if you're going to make this yourself. I just wanted to get kind of a cream off-white color because, I mean, that's the color that the cookies are. So I just looked for, you know, a color like that. So I got like 3 yards of it. I don't think I'm gonna need that much, but you know, I'm not a super sewer and I'm bound to make some mistakes. So that's why I have a bunch of extra fabric just in case I have to like redo something. So we got that. I got some more polyfill, which if you don't know what that is, it's just stuffing for the pillows. So I'm not gonna really show you all that. But then, and I got, so for the designs on the cookies, I think I'm gonna do like the ones that I see on the internet the most. It's like the 3, I guess, I think they might be the only Halloween ones that they have. I don't know if they've come out with different ones in recent years, but there's the pumpkin, the ghost, and the black cat. So that's what we're gonna make. I'm gonna make 3 pillows, 1 with each design on it. And I figured the best way to put the design on would be just to use some felt. So that's what I got at Hobby Lobby. This was like 25 cents each for sheets. I wasn't sure if these are gonna be big enough. I might have to like so I got multiple sheets because I didn't know if I was gonna have to like do that for because I haven't really figured out how big I want the pillows yet. That will be here in a little while. When I start cutting out, I will make that decision. So I just got a bunch of the sheets of felt. I mean, these were as big as I could get, these regular, but I got like the floppy felt, not the stiff. I didn't I figured this would be easier to lay on the round surface, you know, that's going to be the cookie. So, I mean, I got black, green, and orange. I needed purple, but they didn't have the color purple I liked at Hobby Lobby. They had like a light purple, and that's not what I wanted. So I actually went to Walmart and got these assorted felt sheets, and there's like a dark purple in there. It's hard to see, but it's like it's a regular purple. These are actually even bigger, and these might actually work better. I might end up using the black in this one for the black cat because it's a bigger sheet. We'll see. I'm gonna see how big I want the cookies to be before I go that far. But the plan today is, I think, mostly just gonna cut things out. I'm gonna figure out how big I want the cookies. I think I'm just gonna kind of look around my house and find something round that I could trace in the size that I want the cookies. So maybe like a pizza pan. I do have a serving tray that's round. I don't know if that'll be too big, but I'll look around and see what I got and cut out the cookies. I'm gonna do obviously 2 circles per cookie because they're gonna be sandwiched together and sewn around. And then I'm gonna print out the images on the computer based on how big I think the cookies are, and trace them onto the felt, cut all of the felt pieces out, and pin them to the circles. Now, I don't think I'm gonna get any sewing done today. Partly that is because, well, I've got some other things to do today. I've got some Etsy orders to work on. It's Lydia's birthday, and I'm gonna make her like a little tuna cake because I'm a crazy cat mom. And also, my sewing machine, I pulled it out yesterday because it's very old, to kind of do a test sew, because time and time again it has shown that every time I bring the sewing machine out, something goes wrong with it.
Look at you.
Oh, Kramer, don't start.
No. You got anything on the horizon?
No.
You have any action at all?
No.
And to like as a preemptive strike, I got it out last night to see if it was going to work, so that I could troubleshoot anything if I needed to when I wasn't recording. And wouldn't you know it, the needle broke. It just broke in half when I started trying to sew, just poof, in half. And I didn't have a spare one, so I got to go to the store and get some new needles for that sewing machine. But I think that's going to be tomorrow, Jackie's problem. I think I'm just going to go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow and do that. It's also supposed to be cooler tomorrow. It's supposed to be rain. I think it's supposed to rain here in a little bit. So again, I don't want to go out right now. So I think, yeah, tomorrow I will just go to Hobby Lobby, get the needles, and we can focus on sewing. Granted that works out. But of course, if you are not a sewer, you could do this entire project no sew. You could use hot glue to glue the felt to the fabric. You could glue the pillow, like, instead of sew it, you could glue it up together. So yeah, you could do all of that. But I want to try to sew. I'm trying to, get my sewing skills better. So I'm trying to push myself a little bit. This seems like an easy project to practice with. So anyway, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna focus on cutting everything and pinning it today, and we will worry about sewing tomorrow. Plus, I feel like the sewing shouldn't take that long, especially with the sewing machine tomorrow. And then, so yeah, these pillows shouldn't take very long. I see this project being pretty quick. So anyway, I guess might as well go ahead and get into cutting everything up. All right, let's go. All right, here I'm just cutting out the pillows. I found this serving tray that I actually thought would be the perfect shape. I do, as I'm drawing this out, realize that I am drawing it on the wrong side of the pillow, and I'm drawing it on the front instead of the back, but it's okay. I kind of tried to remove some of the pencil marks with some alcohol, but they didn't end up showing anyways. And I'm drawing like a little space around the outside of the pillow because I want to be able to sew where that line is. If I don't do that, it'll be smaller than what I traced, and I want it to be that exact size. So that's why I'm making a little space around the edge. And here I have printed out all of the images on the computer for the pillows, and I cut out each colored section, and I'm tracing it. There's Chris. And I flipped each image over so that I was tracing it backwards on the felt because I didn't want the Sharpie to show when I cut it, so that it would be behind there and we wouldn't have any Sharpie markings. And when I get to the black felt, I actually have to end up using a white paint marker. I tried like a white colored pencil and it just didn't work, so I just used a white paint pen for the black cat and it worked just fine. You coming? We can if you want.
Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, little horse. Happy birthday to you. Oh no, is it scary? There you go. Hi guys, it's day 2. I have not gone to Hobby Lobby yet. I'm about to go actually here in any second, but I wanted to show you something that I did off camera last night. So I got everything I wanted to get done yesterday. We cut everything out, we pinned it, but Chris and we were sitting around watching Harry Potter movie and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try to hand sew one of these designs just to see how difficult it is, how long it's gonna take, because if it doesn't take that long or it's not that frustrating, I might just hand sew them. So here it is. I did the ghost, and it actually didn't take that long. It took about, a movie's length of time to do it. which isn't really that bad. I mean, the pumpkin will probably take me the longest. The black cat will probably be really quick, but I don't know. I like how it looks. I felt like I had more control. Because that's the thing, is I worried about, you know, putting it under the sewing machine, things moving around, especially like these little eyes. I feel like that is so, like, it seems very problematic to me. And I don't know, I felt like I had more control hand sewing it. So I think I'm just gonna hand sew the other designs on. This wasn't really that hard. So yeah, I think when I get back from Hobby Lobby, I'm just gonna sit and watch some TV, watch a movie or something, and just hand sew the rest of these today. And then, I mean, I'm gonna put the new needle in my sewing machine and test it out, because I do really wanna use my sewing machine to sew around the edges to put the two pieces together. Because I know trying to hand sew a circle is not gonna work out. It's gonna end up being really lumpy and it's not gonna look good. I feel like the sewing machine is the right way to go for sewing around the edges. So I still wanna get the needle and do that. So hopefully I'll be able to sew them together tonight after I'm done with all of the hand sewing. If not, and if that's left to do tomorrow, then, you know, we'll do that tomorrow. Or if my sewing machine, the needle doesn't work for whatever reason, I don't see why it wouldn't, because I found the kind that I need. But if for whatever reason I can't figure it out, I am going over to my sister's tomorrow, so I might be able to use her sewing machine to sew the pillows together tomorrow. So I have a backup plan in case my sewing machine doesn't work. So, but yeah, so that's the plan for today. I'm just gonna sit on the couch with a cozy blanket, watch a spooky movie or something like that, and just sit and sew. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So I guess we'll just go ahead and get started.
Eventually. The next day.
Alright, so my sewing machine did not want to cooperate last night. There's something messed up with it. I will have to figure it out later, so in order to finish these pillows, we are going to my sister's. I had to go anyway to babysit, so we're just gonna get it done over here with her sewing machine. I didn't really get any footage of me sewing around the edges, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I just sewed a straight stitch all the way around the edge on the pencil line that I had drawn, and then I'm turning it inside out, leaving a little space so I could turn it inside out and stuff it, and that's it.
Later that night.
dance hall racket.
Okay, that's it. They're done. Oh my gosh, how cute. Do these look? Oh my gosh, you guys, I am obsessed with these. I think they're so cute. I think the pumpkin is my favorite one. I love them. They're so cute. They're like a little bit smaller than I guess I anticipated them being. But you know what? I kind of like that actually. I don't know, maybe I just think they look smaller because they're all stuffed now, but I don't know. I actually think this is a perfect size because I already have too many big Halloween throw pillows, and it's kind of nice to have some like little ones, but they're really soft. I'm glad I picked this fabric that I found at Hobby Lobby. It is very soft, and none of the pencil marks ended up showing. So that was a good thing. And yeah, I just like, you know, after I stuffed them, I just sewed up the opening. I used a ladder stitch so you wouldn't be able to see it. If you don't know what that is, you can just look it up. It's really easy. My sister taught me about that. But I definitely think the way to go, if you're gonna do this project and you're going to sew it, I personally, unless you're like really familiar with the sewing machine, I think that hand sewing the designs on was the way to go for me. It didn't take that long. It took like a day. It would have taken an entire day if I hadn't done one the night before, but I just watched a show that I forgot that I just watched like a mini series on Netflix. I watched Fall of the House of Usher, if you've never seen it. So I just kind of put that on, and it took a few episodes, but I just kind of sat there and sewed while I watched. And I just took my time and enjoyed it. It was actually kind of relaxing. And you know, the felt, it was stiff enough to hold where it needed to stay. So it wasn't like moving around. I think if the fabric was a lot thinner, it probably would have been more difficult, but I don't know. I think that was the best way to go. I was able to kind of control everything. I feel like if I was trying to do it under a sewing machine needle, it would have been slipping and sliding, and I would have had to go really slow because I'm not super great with the sewing machine. So I don't know, I feel like that would have been more stressful for me. So I think hand sewing the designs on was best. And then of course going around the edge with the sewing machine though was definitely the way to go because it was a lot less lumpy. It's not they're not perfect, but it definitely made more of a round shape. If I had tried to hand sew that circle, I don't think they would have turned out like this. So, and thank you for my sister for letting me use her sewing machine, which it took like no time at all to sew these when I went over and used hers. So, yeah, thankfully, thankfully I had access to somebody else's sewing machine. So I didn't have to try to hand sew these perfectly and all of that. So, But, you know, like I said, if you are too afraid of sewing anything and that like just scares you, you could totally do this no-sew and use either liquid stitch, like, you know, fabric glue, or you could just use hot glue. And you could completely hot glue the designs on. You could hot glue the pillows together. I mean, you know, you could just glue it. This is kind of a pillow that you don't really have to sew it. I just personally wanted to purposefully put myself out of my comfort zone and sew something. I'm trying to get a little bit more comfortable with sewing. I don't think I'll ever get to a level of like making something from scratch, like a dress or something like that. I mean, never say never, but I just don't want to be afraid of sewing projects very much anymore. So I'm trying to embrace it and get more used to it and practice more. So yeah, I'm very proud of these because of that reason of not being a super sewer. I'm very, very proud of these, and I love the way they turned out, and I can't wait to have them out in October on my couch. So yeah, I guess all of that being said, you know, if you stay to the end of the video and you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it already. And don't forget to ring the bell so you can be notified anytime I post a new video. As far as new videos go, the next one will be working on my costume. I am hoping that I can get the majority of the dress done. I ordered a dress online because I couldn't really find anything at thrift stores. All the prom dresses at thrift stores were like too modern. And I wanted a lot of tulle, and I wanted it to be poofy, and most of them were very streamlined because like that's kind of what's in right now. So I just ordered one online. It was really cheap, actually. It was like ended up being $18 with it being on sale and some coupons and stuff. And it was like, it's from like Shein or something like that. So I'm not really that upset about ruining it. It's something cheap. It's probably cheaply made, and that's totally fine because we're gonna wreck it. We're gonna wreck it. I still have to get one more thing, and I will probably have to get it online because I don't think Halloween stuff are on sale right now. This certain Halloween thing that I need for this dress, I don't think they're in stores yet. So, and I can't really wait until it is because I need to work on it now. So I'm gonna order one online again, a cheap version of this thing, because I don't want to ruin a nice one. You'll see all of that, but I'm excited. We're to do it. I need to get this kind of dress out of the way. I don't know if it's going to take 2 videos or 1 video, but that's kind of why I want to start it already here in July in case it needs another video. So look forward to that. We're going to start the costume process. That's going to be in the next video. Yay! Also, though, if you are looking for even more content from me that's not just here on YouTube, please don't forget to go to patreon.com/JackieArment and think about being a patron. You know, like I said, there's the tear tubes you can watch on there if you decide to be a paid member. But if you decide to be a free member, which I love all my free members, there's the Friday Night Creep Over series that just started. So the first video is up. And you can watch those every other month, the opposing months that a tear tube comes out. Also, I think I'm going to start giveaways soon. I know I wanted to get to like a 50 patrons before I started doing giveaways, but I don't know, I might start doing them sooner. So maybe we'll have the first one here in October. I think that might be fun. Or, you know, getting close to October, maybe September, October, we'll do the first giveaway on Patreon. So, and free members are involved in the giveaways. So, you don't have to be paid to be a part of that. So, again, please think about joining Patreon. I love all of you, whether you're free or paid. I do especially appreciate the paid members, though, because they do help support this channel in a financial way. But I enjoy my free members, and I am excited about having you guys with me so I can share more content with you, and it's just fun. I love it. As always, I will leave Links in the description of this video to my social media, so my Instagram and TikTok, where lots of things that don't make it to YouTube or aren't on Patreon end up there. Progress pictures, you know, just stuff like that. I will also leave a link to my Etsy shop, where you can purchase spooky Halloweeny things all year long. It's mostly witchy prop potions and, you know, stuff like that. So if you're looking for something spooky that you want to buy, you can purchase any time of the year, think about heading there. Also, if you're looking for even more things that have to do with me that are spooky, that are in between my videos and that's not Patreon or anything else that I've talked about, I do have 2 books that I've written that are available for purchase on Amazon. One is a zombie romance, and one is a vampire adventure story. They're both available as paperback and Kindle versions, and you can read a little bit of the Kindle version to see if it's your thing or not before you buy it. They are both very spooky, so they're good to put you in a spooky mood when it's not October. And I am in the works of writing a 3rd book right now. There are 2 sneak peeks of that, which I will link to. One is on my author website and one is on my author Facebook page. I think technically you can get to both of them on my author Facebook page because I have them both linked there. So there's 2 sneak peek chapters of that book that you can get excited about, and it is about a young woman who is possessed by a demon. I'm really working on trying to get it finished, to get draft 0 done so I can start the editing process. I'm getting very, very close. So I'm really been trying to work hard to get it done, and I do have some friends out there who have been bugging me to write, which is very thankful. I need that. But yeah, so you can kind of get excited about that if you've read any of my other books. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess, you guys. Thank you for watching this video. This was one that I was super excited about to do. All year I had it on my list for a project for a video that I wanted to post on YouTube. So I'm glad I finally did it. And yeah, I hope it inspired you to make some of your own. Yeah, and I'm excited for what's to come with the spooky season. It's getting here faster than I'm ready for. But anyway, I guess that's it. So as always, you guys, stay spooky, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.